Today I'm here with a very special guest, the CEO of Franklin Talk himself, Frank Jackson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good. Today Frank is going to sit down with us and answer a few questions we have. So Mr. Frank, I have, starting off, my first question is, what is Franklin Talk? Like, what is the premise of the actual show?
Franklin Talk is a hub, as I would say, for inspiration. I made it as a foundation for a new world, a bigger step, for the bigger picture, because it's a lot of people that are not inspired to get up and do what they want to do. It's a lot of people that they don't have coaches in their corner to tell them to do certain things or to be something. And I experienced it firsthand, and it's not really a good path to be set on. So I created Franklin Talk because I want people to wake up and get inspired. I want people to watch my videos. I want people to look at me as an example, and I don't just want to feed them, the everyday nonsense, okay? Don't do this, don't do that. I want them to actually understand the life, that they're getting into, and the mistakes that can be made, and the different outcomes. And I want them to actually be inspired, I'm going to speak truth to them. And on top of that, I want to make it to where, other people can come to this hub and help people with their problems as well. Not just me. I want the world. I want Sweden, Australia, I want Germany, I want everyone to help each other, because we all go through the same things, believe it or not. Different cultures, different bodies. We look different, but we go through the same stuff. So we should all be able to help each other. And I think with that, it'll be a new day.
What are a few of your role models? Who inspires you?
Malcolm X. Malcolm X is an inspiration. Martin Luther King is inspiration. Everybody who fought for something is my inspiration. I feel like I can't just, go down the list, Anyone who stood up and fought for something and didn't just stand for anything, those are the people that inspire me, because it takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, and a lot of sacrifice to fight for something, especially against a world that's against you, and doing the right thing. So anybody who's ever fought for something is my role model. Meek Mill, a numerous amount of people, it takes a lot to fight, it takes a lot to go through endless battles. It takes a lot to win a war. We're not close to winning the war yet, but I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that with what I'm doing. And they paved the way for me, so I definitely thank them.
Okay, so you talked about, the main inspiration for you for Franklin Talk is that you want to let people know and inspire people that it's all right, and that basically everyone goes through the same thing. So what are some of the things that, growing up you went through, and how have you came out stronger? What have you learned from those experiences?
I think it's just because, besides my parents, I really didn't have a coach in my corner. I really didn't have a support system. My older brothers, they were never really there, They were there, but they were never really there, Of course, they fell into that trap, of what they call the streets, coming from Detroit, those things are bound to happen. That's what they expect. They expect us to, get caught up in the streets. They expect us to do drugs. They expect us to rob. They expect us to kill. And, my older brothers kind of got caught up in all of that. I kind of seen firsthand, I've seen the drug dealing. I've seen, I lost people, I've seen the shooting, I've seen everything, And it's really a nightmare, which is why we moved up here, But I never really had anyone to look up to besides my dad, and sometimes that's not enough. I couldn't just get up and say, hey, bro, you want to go play basketball? They were in jail, you know what I mean? So I guess that kind of hurt me. And so I kind of did all of this by chance. I took a risk because I know that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to end up in the cage. I didn't want to get looked at by the system a certain way. I didn't want to get categorized. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to change people. I don't want anybody else to go through that, because if nobody don't got you, Franklin got you. And that's the message that I'm trying to send. You can come to me. You can email me. You can call me. You can do whatever, because I'm here to uplift. I know what it's like to be down. I know what it's like to be in a sunken place, and I know what it's like not to have anyone. So, my life and where I'm from, it kind of made me who I am today. I'm a warrior. I've been fighting all my life, and I'm still dealing with everything. So,
what do you hope to achieve in life? What's that, end result for you that you want for yourself?
I just want to live, man. That's what life all about. I want to live my life to the fullest, and I want to be on the island somewhere, knowing that I've touched so many people, and I've saved so many lives, and I help pull out so much potential in young people, you know what I mean? This age is where it matters most. I guess the biggest goal of everything, of Franklin Talk, abstract clothing, everything that I'm trying to do is to make people understand that circumstance will never define you. Circumstance is a mentality. Circumstance should never define a person. Where you come from should never define you. You can always change. You can always be something. And I just think that's all I want to get done. I'm here for people. Everybody's fight is my fight.
How did you come up with Franklin Talk?
It's not really a suspenseful story. I was just in class one day, honestly, and it came to me. I looked around. I looked at where I was, where I live in Atlanta. I looked at so many black successful people. I looked at the people that used to come to our school and talk to us and, inspire us with what they do. And I said to myself, I can do the same thing. But mine's gonna be different. I'm 18. Nobody's expecting me to know as much as I do. Nobody is expecting me to, have been through so much and have seen so much. Nobody is expecting that, which is why I'm going to shock the world, which is why I have the advantage. So I sat and I talked to a couple people, and I come up with Franklin Talk, and it stuck, and I ended up getting a logo made. I ended up hiring a marketing team. I did so much to try to get this thing, get the boat going, and yeah. Just something that came to me, and this has been on the roll ever since. I just been thinking about different segments and different ways I can touch people. Everyone doesn't listen to people talk. Some people like pictures. Some people like sports. Some people get inspired through different stuff. So Franklin Talk is gonna be diverse. It's gonna be everything. Not just one community, not just one place. Every country, everywhere. I want this to touch everywhere. That's the goal.
What is one quote or one motto that you live by, that you stand by, that really sticks out to you, that you say every day, if there is one?
Does it have to be one?
No, it can be multiple. Just what are some quotes or
impossible is a word only in the dictionary of fools. That's a quote by Napoleon. That quote means everything. Nothing is impossible. Nothing at all. I made it here. It's possible to make it out. It's possible to be blessed. It's possible to have friends and live. It's possible to have a career and a family. Nothing's impossible. The voiceless the ones that don't talk, the ones that no one really understands, the ones that don't believe in themselves, the voiceless, are the ones with the biggest roars. Those are the dangerous ones. I was voiceless. I found my voice. We live in a voiceless world. They want to silence us. I'm going to give us all voices. I really appreciate all of the support. There's a lot of content coming soon. I've been working really hard on segments, different skits. I've been working hard with a lot of different people. And there's a lot of stuff coming soon, guys. And I'm taking this really serious, and I really want to inspire everyone. So thank you guys for all the support. Franklin Talk on Instagram, The Real Franklin Talk on YouTube. Make sure you guys just go subscribe, follow, just keep showing support, guys. Thank you, guys.